Today, I want to help you understand how people around the world touch their heart to find the courage to be leaders who make a difference in the world. So, this is what I know. Leadership is not a title. Leadership is the way you show up and the way you inspire others to be their best self. Leadership requires that we really know who we are. We can't fake it. People try, and you have all seen them, right? You know those people. And they don't do so well. Real leadership is an invitation to significance. How many of you really want to make a difference in the world? How many? Yeah. And how many of you want to make change in the world? How many of you? Yeah. Well, here's the secret. In order to make change out there, we have to make change in here. How do you do that? Well, that means you really need to know who you are. You can't change what you don't know, right? So you really have to know who you are. You know, I coach leaders all around the world, CEOs of multinational corporations, entrepreneurs who have big ideas, who want to make a difference in the world. I coach people who come to me and say, I want to be a better leader. And they're not sure what that means. So I say, okay, let's make you a better leader. Let's find out who you are. Because you are the better leader hiding inside. See, I don't work to change someone's being. I help them find their truth. That is what matters. Now, you know, when we set out to make change in ourselves, we often hit roadblocks. We often start out feeling like, I really know who I am. I'm pretty self-aware. I'm telling you, almost to a person, each of my clients says that. I said, well, great. Then let's just learn what that is. And the further and further we get into the work together, the more of themselves they begin to uncover, and they say, I didn't know that about myself. And it's a great surprise. Because you know what we do as we move through life, and as we hear people say, don't do that. Be quiet. Don't think that, that's too big of an idea. What do? We begin to say, oh, okay. Okay, well, I'll just back up. I'll just stand back here, and maybe I won't speak so loudly. Maybe I won't share my ideas right away. Maybe someone will notice me, but I won't have to be the one saying, hey, I have a great idea, right? So part of what we do is we help people, help leaders to get comfortable with themselves so they can show up with confidence, so they can know if someone disagrees with them, it's okay. It's a conversation. It's only a conversation, right? This is one of the toughest things to teach leaders and CEOs, because what do they need to be? The expert. The expert. They are rewarded all the time for their expertise. And what we're finding and what the research is showing is that leaders who are most successful in our new world are leaders who get to go and say, I want to know about you. I want to know what you want to do to make our world a better place. I want to know what makes you tick, so in our company, we can really help you reach your potential. Those are the leaders that are successful in our world. Now, there's a very simple exercise that I will do with leaders, very, very simple, sounds very elementary, but really self-awareness to begin to get the brain to work that way. It has to be a physical action because our brain just thinks we're self-aware, but our body will tell us the truth. So do you want to know what that exercise is?
Yes.
Okay. So put everything off your lap. Sit back in the chair and sit up. Okay? Let the back of the chair support you. Okay? Put your feet on the floor. Don't cross your legs. Keep your eyes open. This is not meditation. So now, what I want you to do is feel your feet on the floor. Feel your feet on the floor. Can you feel them on the floor? Are you connecting to that? Okay. Now, I actually do say this to people. CEOs of multinational corporations. I want you to feel your butt in the seat, right? Feel it. Feet on the floor, butt in the seat. And I purposely say that because when they're in a meeting or they're simply having a one-on-one conversation and they're sitting down, if they feel themselves drifting, they can just bring the back, feet on the floor, right? It's so simple, and that's the beginning of developing the practice of self-awareness. There's many, many more and much deeper that we go. But that is one of the first things I teach people. One of the first things. So I want to ask you, do you have the courage to know yourself deeply? Do you have the courage to be authentic in your leadership? Do you have the courage to challenge others, to challenge you? Do you have the courage to honor your truth of your spirit? If you do, then you need to begin to know you so that you can show up fully, so that you can be your best self. So take that home and practice it. I want to know, are you ready?